It's Danny for Summer Games. We're with Lee from Hatchet Board Games. Hi, Lee.
Hiya.
And we are talking about Castle Combo, which has been all over my feeds, probably on your brain for most of the weekend.
Yep.
Synopsisizes, tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, sure. So it's a nice little combo-y game where you are building out a little tableau of a 9x9 grid. You have your little squire, which is going to dictate where you're able to buy from, and he's going to be moving throughout the game, and there's going to be different ways that you can move him as well. You start off the game with 15 coins and two keys. Your coins are for buying your cards. With the cards, in the top left-hand corner, you have the cost of each card. When you buy a card, you simply spend your gold, grab the card that you want. If I grab a card and it has an arrow that indicates that the squire is going to move, the squire follows where the arrow will go. So the squire will move up. So the next person to be able to purchase will purchase from the noble row. The same for if you buy a noble and it has an arrow pointing down, the squire at the end of the turn will move down, and that will dictate where you're buying from.
Okay.
If you're not happy with that, you can spend a key to either move the squire to a different row, or you can spend a key to refresh the row, but you can only do one of those two actions. When you bought your card, you can place it in your tableau. You can start off your tableau in any direction that you want, so you can build around it. It has to be orthogonally adjacent, so no diagonals. But this could be my center card, or it could be my top left card, and I can build out however I want. When you're buying a card, each card has two different effects. You have an immediate effect, which you will look at, follow it through, and then you have an end of game scoring effect. As you're playing different cards will interact with each other in different ways, looking for a few different things. Sometimes they care about if you're a peasant or if you're a noble. Sometimes they look for what faction you belong to. Sometimes you have some cards over here that have bags, and for the bags you can add more coinage into your bags, and then you get points per the amount of coins in your bags as well. You continue play until you've filled out your tableau and you have your 9x9, and then you come to the end of game scoring. Obviously, with most games, you have a finite amount of resource, and you need to be able to replenish those resources. Some of the cards will be able to give you more resources as the game goes on, but if you're ever at a point where you run out of resources, you can simply take a card from the market without paying a cost, turn it upside down and put it in your tableau, and you will receive 6 money and 2 keys. So you never get kept, you're always able to progress in the game in some way. You just lose a card that would have been able to score you points at the end.
Right, okay. So you're never out, you're just scoring less.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's fine.
So you're picking your battles.
Pick and choose, plus you can also set up your opponent. I think I'll take that card, which shouldn't up there.
Exactly.
I know they're going for, let's say, the cross swords.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a good amount of strategy and reasons why you might decide to pick a particular card over a different one that is obviously not going to be great for your opponents. But I think sometimes a lot of the time you're just going for things that you really want, and by happenstance you've messed with your opponent's plans.
That's always the best way of playing.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you. And this is out now. It's selling quicker than.
Yeah, we've been selling out all weekend. It'll be with all the other retailers as well. So we're only selling it for the event, but we're a distributor, so it'll be with all the retailers that have purchased copies as well. So it's available to everyone.
Excellent. Get it while you can, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.